April 26, 1986, an incident occurred that would have devastating repercussions for over 200,000 people. On this day, the number 4 reactor in the nuclear power plant at Chernobyl, Ukraine, went critical and lost containment. This reactor was shut down the day before to perform general maintenance. During that time, they decided they were going to run a test. They were going to see if the turbines, when they were slowing down after a power failure, could continue to power the cooling system until the generators could pick up the slack. During the test, there was a power spike. That was due to the miscommunication between the people who were running the test and the safety crew of the reactor. The uranium, which was the primary catalyst for the nuclear reaction, overheated and melted through its protective barriers. This ignited the graphite that was stored in the reactor to help with the reaction, causing copious amounts of fire and spreading the radioactive particles all over the local areas in large quantities and to smaller quantities in all of the northern hemisphere. In addition to uranium, over 100 other radioactive chemicals released into the air. Most of them dissipated quickly, but 3 of them, iodine, which has a half-life of 8 days, strontium, which has a half-life of 29 years, and cesium, which has a half-life of 30 years, still affected the area for a considerable amount of time. The number of people who helped in the incident is unknown, but there are now 600,000 registered. These people are known as liquidators, and they receive special benefits for helping in the project. They had an array of jobs from decontamination to building housing for the evacuees. Since the incident, all RBMK reactors, which is the type of reactor that was at Chernobyl, have been retrofitted with safety features to prevent a repeat of a similar event in the future. According to the International Atomic Energy Agency, the incident caused 30 deaths within the first 3 months, and it is believed that around 200,000 people were evacuated from the area. Also, according to the IAEA, since Chernobyl, there have been at least 1,800 cases of thyroid cancer in children from the ages of 0 to 14 at the time of the incident. This is well over the normal average. The thyroid gland of children is particularly susceptible to the radioactive iodine particles. According to Professor Wiertelecki from the University of South Alabama, additional issues with birth defects in the area of Ukraine known as Rivne Polynesia have occurred. People living in this area have been exposed to low levels of constant radiation since the incident, and that has caused a high increase of neural tube defects, which include conjoined twins and teratomas. Cesium was the isotope that affected most of the rest of the northern hemisphere and caused severe issues with the livers and kidneys of humans. The first couple weeks after the incident, many locations in Europe and other areas in the northern hemisphere had significantly higher levels of background radiation. However, according to the IAEA, there has been no conclusive studies that correlate the increase of cancer we have seen over the past 20 years with the incident at Chernobyl. This, however, does exclude Belarus, Ukraine, and Russia, which were in the surrounding area. Chernobyl was a horrific accident that should never have happened. Since Chernobyl, we have had only one other major nuclear incident, and it affected far fewer people. I'd like to say that this is due to the safety features that were put into place after Chernobyl. I have no way of proving that Chernobyl was the cause of these safety increases, but I do like to think that that was a major part of it.